All we need is a space on the floor for this workout, which is focused on back strength and muscle. I'm Pilates instructor Tucker, certified in mat Pilates. Now stay where you're at. We'll begin standing. And we're standing in neutral alignment, so feet are hip width apart, toes pointed forward. Think about ear, shoulder, pelvis, knee, ankle in a straight line. A little bit of energy coming out of the fingertips down towards the feet, and engage the trapezius to lift the shoulders up to the ears, and then using the traps as well as the lats and the serratus to lift the shoulders back down. And again, and down, great. And give me 2 more of those. Staying tight in the core. Last one. And now arms straight out in front, arms straight, and inhale to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, pull them back apart. Good. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. And back to start. Continue with that. Few things to be mindful. We'll do this exercise in a few different positions later, where we'll want to pay attention to not extending the lower back as the shoulder blades pull together or adduct, and then not to round out the back as they pull apart or abduct. One more. Great, and keep them out in front. And now with an inhale, raise them up overhead. Exhale, back to start. Good, keep the arms straight. Inhale up overhead. Allow the shoulder muscle to rotate up as the arm goes overhead. And back down. Great, 2 more. And last one. And over to the edge of the mat. Moving into a push-up, Pilates push-up. So that begins with a roll down, standing roll down. So rolling all the way down, allow the arms to go down to the feet. Then walk the hands 3 steps out. And we'll move into a push-up position. For this push-up position, to work the back a little more, I'm keeping the hands a little lower, down to the lower region of the chest, and also keeping them about shoulder width apart. So we'll move into 5 push-ups. Coming all the way down. Exhale up. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up. 2 more. Keeping a nice plank, hips aren't dropping. Last one. And then we come back up. So start into a pike, walk back 3 steps or however many it takes to get back, and roll back up. Good, we'll do that 2 more times. So beginning with the roll down, so I'm not just hinging over at the hips, but spinal flexion, coming down, walking out 3 hands, 3 steps or however many it takes, moving into 5 push-ups, keeping the elbows in tight, not rounding out the back, and engaging the back and the lats on the push-up. 1 more. I think I have 1 more. Walk it back. Roll up. 1 more. Great work. Exhale down. Pause to inhale. Exhale to walk out. Inhale, move into a plank. Exhale down. Inhale down. Exhale up. Three more. And then from there, let's just drop right down into a 4-point stance. So knees come down, and now ideally, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, belly's in tight, and back to the scapular awareness exercise that we started with. So keeping the arms straight, inhale to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, pull them apart. Great, let's continue there. Now when we squeeze together, careful not to let the lower back extend or arch up. And then as we pull the shoulder blades back apart or abduct, careful not to round out the back. A few more. Good, and back to a start position. Make sure the belly's tight, not sagging down to the floor. And exhale, lift the one arm, extend it out straight. Inhale back. And exhale, extend the right arm out, or the other arm. And back straight. Let's continue with that pattern. Keeping the belly tight. Hips are stable, spine stable here, so not rocking with the switch of hands. Just allow the weight to transfer to the other hand as the one extends. Keeping that belly tight. Okay. Now on this next one, let's add on to this. We'll really be feeling the engagement of the lats here. Extend, and then bring the elbow down into the hip. Great. Another one. Extend, bring it in, bring the elbow into the hip. And continue. Really feeling the engagement of the lat as the elbow pulls down into the hip. And this is really simulating a pull down exercise or a pull up. And we're careful not to rock the hips. Keeping the core tight. Let's go one more each side. Great job. Last one. And now we'll come all the way down onto the forearms. Keeping that belly tight. Aware of the scapula, so I'm not sinking down into the shoulders. Strong into the shoulders. Really feeling flex in the lat here. Belly's tight, pulling the belly up away from the mat. And with an exhale, extend one arm. Inhale back, good. And exhale, extend the other arm. And back, let's continue there. Such as with the last exercise, careful not to rock in the hips. Keeping that core tight. Just transferring the weight from one forearm to the other. And then extend. Core is tight, really keeping the entire lower body tight here. A little bit of flex in the quads. Feet are slightly pointed. Great work. One more each way. Great job. Still pulling that belly up away from the mat. And now let's gently push back into a downward dog. And we'll get a little additional stretch in the side here by walking both hands over to the right side of the mat. And sinking down into the downward dog. Sink down into the shell. And then we can either come all the way up or staying in the down position, walk the hands over to the left side of the mat. And come into a full lying down position. Arms down at the sides. Head gently floating off the mat. Feet about hip width apart. I have a little bit of energy coming out of the quad here. Little flex in the quad. And with an inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale back to start. Good. So again, back to the original movement. Scapular awareness exercise. Let's go for a total of 5 of those. And staying tight in the core, tight in the belly. And on this next one, as the shoulder blades squeeze together, go ahead and lift the upper chest up off the mat and back down. Good. 4 more. And we're not going far enough to lift the rib cage up off the mat, just lifting the chest up off the mat, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And now in this next one, palms face the ground and lift the arms up and down. And let's rep that out. Let's go for 10. Arms are straight. Give me a little bit of energy of the fingers pointing down to the feet. Using the upper back muscles to lift the arms a little higher. 4 more. Maintaining a steady breath. Belly's tight. Pulling the abs up away from the mat. 2 more. Great job. And down and let it rest for a moment. And let's bring the arms up overhead. And again in the same movement with the arms overhead. So with an inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the chest up off the mat and down. Good. And again. Great work. Keeping that core tight. Using the back muscles to lift the head and chest up off the mat, not sinking the hips into the ground for leverage. Let's go 1 more and stay up. And we'll move into a swimming with just the upper body. So keeping those arms straight, gently lowering one arm to the ground and bringing it up, and gently lowering the other arm and bringing it up. Great job maintaining a steady breath. Belly's tight. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all down. And roll over onto the side. I'll be on the forearm here. Knees are stacked. Feet bent, or legs bent at about 90 degrees. Other arm straight up, and let's come up onto the forearm into a side plank here. So imagine forming a straight line, other arm straight up, and we're going to exhale to extend laterally and down. And great. Again, if we're in a box, imagine reaching the arm for the far corner and inhale down. Great. Total of 5. 2 more. Feeling strong in the back here, strong in the lat. Last 1. Great. Now this arm, let's bring it down right over to the other side. Knees are stacked, strong in the forearm, not sinking into the shoulder. Arm up, exhale, extend laterally. Inhale back. 4 more. Reaching for the far corner of the box. And back, staying strong in the shoulder. Belly's tight. 2 more. Great. Last 1. And come into a long sit. Feet about hip width apart and gently pointed. Arms up into genie arms here, locking in the scapula. Exhale to rotate. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rotate the other way. Inhale back. Let's continue. Sitting up straight. If I can't fully up, sit up straight. Bend the knees. Bring the knees in a little bit. Belly's tight. Great job. Stable in the hips. Watch for the feet pedaling on the rotation. 1 more each way. And drop the arms. Roll the shoulders a few times backwards and forwards. And now extend the arms out long. And again, exhale, rotate. Inhale back to start. Great. Other way. Still sitting up straight. I could bring the knees in if I need to. Rotate a little farther. Hand to center. And rotate. Go a little farther. Back to center. Great work. Core is tight. Let's go one more each way. And bring the arms down. Bring the knees up just slightly. Let's stretch that out so the right arm goes on top of the left foot. And nice and relaxed. And I could press down on the left foot to get a stretch in the right lat and right shoulder. And left arm on the right foot. And gently press down on the right foot. Stretch out this full side here. Well, what better complement to a nice back than nice glutes? So click here for my Mat Pilates glute workout. I appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you at the next workout.